There we go. I didn't have Stream Deck up, so of course the sound didn't go off, but I opened it up and it went off. So we're good. How's it going, everybody? Hopefully I'm not doing chipmunk voice. I did that yesterday for some reason, which is weird because I recorded something right before that. So I guess we're good because I don't see anybody saying chipmunk, so we're probably fine. That would be my guess. But welcome in, everybody. It is reaction day. It is Tuesday. I am on vacation. Woo! Finally. So my last day of working was Saturday. I go back in next Wednesday, but for the rest of the week, I'm on vacation. I'm living life to the fullest. I'm not really doing anything right now, but I'm going out of town on Thursday morning actually, and I'll be in Mexico for a few days. So gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Having said that, next week there probably will not be a stream. I should just put that out there because I get back Monday afternoon and then I got a lot of stuff going on Tuesday. So I'm thinking right now, unless I get everything done, that there probably won't be a stream next week. So I just want to throw that out there so nobody's disappointed that it didn't happen. So I do apologize in advance, So let me catch up on chat. Let me see here. Love Tigress, welcome in. Why is the scrolling thing doing this? Come on, don't do that. Michael Jackson, welcome in. Ian, Jim, Pyrola, Sally, Pop Stars, Aleatorio, hello. Welcome in, everybody. I think, hopefully I got everybody. Let me know if I missed anybody, but I scrolled down. I think I got everybody. Hopefully y'all are all doing well. And I saw there's quite a few songs to go through today, which is awesome. We have plenty to go through, which is great. No apology necessary. Enjoy your holiday. I will. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been out of the country. I know we're going to be doing some zip lining, and I have no idea if this arm is going to allow me to do that. We're going to find out. But next Tuesday, when I get back, I'm going to an appointment to get this looked at for realsies. So hopefully we can figure out what's going on and fix it, and I can get back to doing what I like to do, So it'd be great. Looking forward to it. Okay, so let's let's go over the release schedule. I know there's not much of a release schedule as of late because copyright strike. Yay! Looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun to deal with. But I have had a lot of fun doing the reaction revisits. You know, it's been a great series and all that. So since we didn't stream last week, I figure I should do last week's as well, just out of fairness, you know. So last Monday was the Warnings Enter Sandman, the music video for Enter Sandman. And then last Friday was Johnny Cash's Hurt. And then yesterday was Dan Vasc, I'll Make a Man Out of You, the Mulan song, the Disney Mulan song. Definitely awesome on all of these. And then this upcoming Friday, which I don't even think I'll be able to check comments for until I'm about to fall asleep, is going to be Gabriel Henrique's Hurt. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I remember being blown away by that one the first time and being able to go back and react to it with, you know, the knowledge that I have now. Still a blast to check out, you know, 100% for sure. So that is the release schedules for last week and this week. Figure I should do two. And I don't know if I'm going to do next week yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. Plus, you know, I mean, they are scheduled. I need to check a couple of things, so I'm not gonna do next week just yet. But that covers that. Where am I? There I am. I see me now. All right. So let's go ahead and get this up. So we do have a priority request already ready to go from Sally. Here we go. Copy. Let's do that. There we go. Let's go ahead and get it pulled up, see what happens. It gonna work? There it goes. I'm not playing it yet. Just getting it loaded, ready to go. Okay, so this is the Longest John's Icy Acres. Spell that'd be great. Now Acres doesn't look like, you know, you stare at a word for long enough and it ends up not looking like a word after a little bit of time. That's what happened with Acres. I don't like that, like, at all. It's horrible. Okay, so we got that one ready to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple others pulled up as well. Let's make these a little bit bigger. There we go. Oh, good. I'm not flashbanging anybody. That's great. Okay. Oh. Well. Ian, I don't think that one's the correct link because it just took me to this page. So, you know, let me know which one I'm supposed to do when we get to that one. The name of the artist sounds familiar, but the song doesn't. I don't really know for sure. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's a weird phenomenon, right? It really is. I don't like it, like, at all. It's so weird. All right. Also, you can't really see me. I should probably scooch over. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna shift my mic a little bit. Let me know if it goes squeaky. Okay. I tried not to touch the cable. I think we're good. Probably. I don't know. Let's see here. All right. I think I'm ready to get started, and I'll copy the link in a second. So this first one is from Sally. I guess I can go ahead and mute the music. There we go. That's good. This is the Longest John's Icy Acres. Gotta have some Longest Johns, of course. I would not expect anything less from a live stream if the Longest Johns, you know, they have to be there, right? They absolutely do. This is another lockdown video featuring Mrs. Robbie Satin. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. AKA Katie Sky, who's another talented singer in her own right. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so let's get the link. Copy. Let's paste that. There we go. All right, we're good with the volume. Alrighty, so Longest John's Icy Acres. Here we go. Longest John's and Friends, Lockdown Edition. I don't think I've seen a title like that before.
Well, ye icy acres, fare thee well, ye wailing grounds, fare thee well, ye banks of Greenland, weary wailers homeward bound, home where breezes bend the blossom, where the oak and the apples grow. God forgot the green in Greenland, made the flowers from ice and snow. Fare thee well, ye icy acres, fare thee well, ye wailing grounds, fare thee well, ye banks of Greenland, weary wailers homeward bound, home where the grasses lace the meadows, by the waters running free, and the rivers sweetly flowing turn towards the open sea. Fare thee well, ye icy acres, fare thee well, ye wailing grounds, fare thee well, ye banks of Greenland, weary wailers homeward bound. 6 long months we've been
Okay, we're changing it up a little bit.
through a hell of frozen flame. Now, like sails, our hearts are billowing as we turn for home again. Fare thee well, ye icy acres, fare thee well, ye wailing grounds, fare thee well, ye banks of Greenland, weary wailers homeward bound, fare thee well, ye icy acres.
I like the range that we're getting from everybody here.
Ye wailing grounds, fare thee well, ye banks of Greenland, weary wailers homeward bound.
Well, all right. So yeah, like throughout this, I love how we had the different cameras in the corners, and we like throughout the entire video alternated. Everybody got like a portion where they were featured in the middle. And at first I thought maybe they were like alternating and like going around in circles, but I think everybody, like whenever they weren't in the middle, they had their specific corner that they were in. At least I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what we got, because Katie was either in the middle or up in the top left. So I think everybody else was in their specific corners as well, or maybe the other three were rotating. I'm not 100, or the other four were rotating. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I think was happening. But I was more focused on the performance itself, and how, you know, 4 out of 5 people in this video had a mic in front of them with a pop filter, and only one did not have that at all. So the mic was probably a little bit further away. That would be my guess. So I kind of thought that was interesting as well. But yeah, I mean, how they went about this, you know, it's a very moving piece, and with everybody harmonizing together, you have like a great range throughout, and you have a great spectrum of sound too. And I think Katie brings in that sound that isn't normally here. Like the 4 members of the Longest Johns have great vocal range as it is, but adding a fifth member, it just fills that in that sound like a lot more. Like it just, I don't know. There's just something about it that is just very filling. Um, and then, you know, we had Katie pretty much taking lead for, I believe, the entirety of the song. And then there was one moment where her and Robbie like got to harmonize together, and I thought that was a great part as well. And then everybody else did backing vocals throughout this, and I just the range that we got, just the sound in general was absolutely great. But yeah, I think it's a great performance. I really like this one. All right, so let's see here. So that's Robbie's wife. Okay, cool. I should wear my El Pony Pisador t-shirt, the same kind that Dave is wearing here. Yeah, I did see that as well, and I could not remember where that was from or what that was, but now that you mentioned the name, I remember that. I love mine. I tend to wear it to Tolkien Society events with the prancing pony art. That's awesome. I like that. I love that she and Robbie got to sing together. Yes, I'm actually a huge fan of Kat's voice. I haven't sought her out otherwise, but I do like her on this. Yeah, I wonder, like, you know, for solo work or other performances that she does, like, what else she's able to do. You know what I mean? Like, just how far she could take her vocal work, you know? But yeah, I think that was very nicely done. I liked it. All right, so let's turn this into green. That's a bright green. I don't like that one. Okay, there we go. So that's number 1. I recently changed the way the dark mode works on here. I'm not super happy about it, but I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so this one is from Michael Jackson. Title of this is What Michael Jackson Al Capone Would Look Like If It Was Released Instead of Smooth Criminal Live. So we have lyrics here, and then we have a message as well. I know you're watching this, so Al Capone was the original version of Smooth Criminal, so I made a video of what it would have looked like live. Interesting. I didn't know there was a working title for Smooth Criminal, but it does make sense because the video that we got to see, I think it was from the movie, it was like kind of gangster themed, right? So I think that's actually pretty fitting. That's fair. Can't like everything. Wait, this is actually one of the very few Longest John song I skip if it comes up in a mix. Not a huge fan of her voice. Oh, valid. Okay. I mean, you know, not every single person is gonna like every single performance that is out there. You know, that's the great thing about music. You know, we have something out there for everybody. So I think that's, you know, I think that's definitely great. All right, so let's go ahead and share this link. There we go. And so this is, I guess this is a demo version of Smooth Criminal, and they the title at the time was Al Capone. I'm guessing that's what this is. That's what I'm going with. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Let me pause this. Hold on. This video was made by stitching together Smooth Criminal footage from a few performances. Okay. If you have any information about how many performances there are and where they're from, that would be cool to learn as well. I don't know if you gave me enough time to read that or not, but I paused it anyway. So this is a remake of what it would actually look like if it was released live.
My footsteps broke the silence of the pre-dawn hours as I drifted down Bleecker Street, past shop windows, barred against the perils of the night. Up ahead,
that's a lot of lighters. That's awesome.
The letters glowed red hot. In that way I knew so well, branding a message into my mind, a single word: hotel.
I do like the silhouette that we're getting. But we've seen that in a couple of performances that he's done live, where he's behind something and he does the silhouette dancing. It definitely does sound like an unrefined version, like a demo version, which I think is really cool. There's something about that bass. So it even had different lyrics, right? Because the way he's singing it sounds pretty different as well. But yeah, you could definitely hear elements that he took from this and worked it into Smooth Criminal, so I think that's really cool. I can't remember, was Smooth Criminal 70s or 80s? Like when was it released? That's so cool how they do the leaning like that. And it's something in this stage that allows them to lean forward like that, right? There's even some grit in his vocal work here that I don't feel like is in Smooth Criminal. Yeah, even those like sound effects that are in here, I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I'm guessing they're from a keyboard of some sort. Like it just has a very interesting sound to it. I feel like the beat's kind of skipping a little bit here, but I don't know if that's what it was like when they were first working on it or what. But it's definitely interesting. All right. So yeah, I think it's really interesting to hear, you know, basically demos of songs that, you know, were worked on, you know, way back when, you know, and then like comparing that to the track that came afterwards with the finished product basically, and just like seeing what all the differences between the two are. I really like when artists like save all of that and then they like release it later on, you know, down the line or something. I have a feeling Michael Jackson, or at least somebody in charge of Michael Jackson's music, kind of did that, where they kind of released like unheard demos and things like that. I know that Prince probably has a bunch of unreleased stuff that never got released. Linkin Park is another group who saved everything, and they dropped. Well, I don't know if they still do, but like every year through at least 2016, they dropped like an album of demos and unreleased songs and things like that. And it's like really cool hearing, you know, certain songs, you know, what they sounded like before compared to on final release. You know, it's, I don't know, there's just something about it because you get to hear like an unrefined sound. You get to hear possibly some instruments that they cut or that they added in, you know, later on, kind of thing. You know, just it's a really great concept. I like that. But yeah, I think it's really cool how they went about that, all that. Donnie, welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well. Yeah, I'm not dissing anyone who does like it. Her voice just doesn't work for me. No, that's totally valid. That really is. Um, I used Bad Tour for the intro and History Tour for the rest of the video. Okay. This isn't a real Michael Jackson work. It was a cobbled together piece by Michael Jackson. While the song is real, but the footage is from multiple different performances and the words are way different. Yeah, so was he singing about, I mean, I could like look up the lyrics, but because the song was called Al Capone, so was it just more about like his life or just kind of being like Al Capone? Because like let's see. Because right here, because it's Al Capone who's in it. So sad, regret it. Because the madman's out tonight. You should have told her. Nobody ever showed her about us. No one's sleeping. So I mean, I see elements that were taken from this that were put into Smooth Criminal. So I get that. And I mean, Al Capone was, you know, a criminal. So I get that as well. But yeah, I definitely feel like some portions of this were taken into or taken out and put in and added in and tweaked a little bit. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I like that. So we're doing this green. I remember now. There we go. All right, so Ian, which one are we doing, Ian? Because the link led to here, and I don't know which one I'm supposed to do. So let's see, the top one. I hope I haven't done it before. I guess we're gonna find out, you know? I don't really know for sure. I'm not playing it yet. We'll find out in a little bit. So this one is from Ian. This is Delta Goodrem Heavy. Delta has been a successful artist for over 20 years. Okay. So let's see. The artist name sounds familiar, but I don't know about the song. That I couldn't say. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. I recognize the singer, but I'm not sure I've heard this one. Yeah, it's really hard to say. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here we go.
fought a battle, I fought a war. I felt the rain on my face. Sometimes to find what you're looking for, you've gotta learn from your worst mistakes. I made a wish on a satellite that I mistook for a star. Guess when you build up to break down, you find out who you really are. How did it all get so heavy?
All right, we get some range.
I
Cool.
used to stand up so tall. There's only so much I can carry.
I like the aspect of just vocals and piano here.
And they tell me, girl, you're so lucky. You've got the one in your hands, but you know the world gets so heavy. You don't understand, and that's heavy.
There's something vibrating there too.
Just tell me what's the intention.
One of the
Is it to
instruments. I'm not sure which one though.
I try to find a connection between how it is and how it was. I made a promise I couldn't keep. Another story to tell.
I'm hearing some harmony there, I think. It's very subtle, though.
How did it all get so heavy? I used to stand up so tall. There's only so much I can carry before I fall. And they tell me, girl, you're so lucky. You've got the one in your hands, but you know the world gets so heavy. You don't understand, and that's heavy.
Okay, I'm gonna pause right there. So yeah, I mean, she definitely has some range throughout this. Very clean vocals, which I definitely like. And then we're getting this like gradual build up with the instrumentation. It started with just piano, and then we added a stringed instrument. I'm guessing violin, but it could be cello. You know, I'm not 100% sure. It could be honestly violin, viola, or cello at that point. It's a little harder to tell because it was a little lower on the scale there. So, you know, definitely hard to tell, at least for me. But yeah, like, and then you know, just the way the instrumentation is going throughout this. One of those instruments I felt like was vibrating a bit, just the way the note kind of rang out, and I thought that was really interesting. And then we add in I don't know if it was happening before, but it was like right before the second chorus. There was like this, and it might have been on the second verse, but there was like a slight, very, very subtle harmony happening there. We got to hear it more during the second chorus. Like it was a little more apparent, I guess is a good word. And I think the way that they brought that in, I don't know, it felt like perfect. You know, it was very subtle, and then it just gradually got a little bit louder as well. And I think that's very effective. I definitely like that. And then, you know, we add this beat that comes in as well. It's like it's not a super constant beat or anything like that, but it's just like every now and then. And I think that's really great as well. So yeah, I think so far what we've gotten is really great. And the video wise, like it's black and white. And I always feel like if a video is black and white, it's like it's a very artistic choice. And you know, she's just staring at us, and there's this brick wall behind her as well. So it's very, very minimal in terms of like setting and video and things like that. But I you know, the focus is on her, the whole performance. So yeah, I think what she's doing here is really good, and I'm enjoying it so far. Let's see. I recognize the singer, but I'm not sure I've heard this one. Yeah, it does not sound familiar, so I think you're good. So that's definitely good. I like this. Definitely lovely. Delta's debut album at 18 years of age is one of the biggest Aussie albums of all time. Amazingly, excuse me, it produced 5 number 1 singles. Wow, that's crazy. And so she's from Australia. You know, she doesn't like while she's singing, she does not really have an accent at all. So I wouldn't if you had just told me, hey, go check out this artist, I would not have clocked that she's from Australia. So that's really cool. I know Last Night on Earth, but I don't think I've heard anything else. Worth checking out more, Sally. She has a massive catalog. At one stage, she was engaged to Brian McFadden. I don't know if I know that name. I'm not 100% sure. TJ, welcome in. If you have a request, be sure to check the pinned link, and you can do exclamation react for the rules as well. But yeah, I am gonna back it up a little bit. We'll go right there. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
Heavy, you don't understand. And that's heavy. Sometimes I lay awake in bed at night, I close my eyes and all I see the dreams.
Oh,
I used to dream about
hello.
when I was younger.
Getting a little bit quicker with the lyrics here. Kind of gives you this anxiety feeling. You can really hear the passion in this part. There's a little rasp in her vocals here. The uncomfortable close-up shot, I don't know about that, but... And now we're a little out of focus. Really out of focus. Sorry, we're blurring out here. Well, all right. So yeah, where we paused it, I kind of felt like the sound was kind of going in a different direction from what we'd heard so far. Like it kind of had this ballad quality to it, and then the way the instruments came in after we got back into the performance, and the way she was performing, like it just had this like anxiety feeling about it. You know, it just really felt uneasy. You know, especially how fast she was going with the words and everything, and just how the instruments were performing there. And then we go up an octave, and you know she's got this like power behind her vocals. It's really well done. You know, you hear the passion throughout the whole performance, for like, but it really shines during the latter half of this song, which I think is great. And then yeah, we just zoom in, you know, get this like really uncomfortable close-up shot, and then we back up a little bit and we blur out to black basically. And so that's visually I guess it kind of goes off with that, it goes along with that anxiety feeling just a little bit. But yeah, I think her performance like is definitely really well done here. But yeah, I think it was really good. Let's see here. Thanks, Ian. Whoa, I know, right? Hi everybody, it's Hetso. Welcome in. Sky, also welcome in. How are y'all doing? Damn, my favorite streamer's live. Who dat? Can't be me, right? All right, so there we go. There we go. All right, so next up, we got a couple others. All right, I recognize the name, Rita Lee and Tutti Frutti. We got another Longest Johns, and then we have one that I don't think we've heard before. All right, Aleatorio, you are good. It is not blocked. Just gonna pause these and get them ready. Go. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and send out the next link. There we go. Let me get back over here. Cool. Brian was a member of Westlife. Okay. Have we checked them out? I'm not 100% sure if we have or not. Bye, everyone. Ian, have a great day at work. Hopefully it goes well. Let's see. I'm fine. Thanks. How about you? Win for a music label with your name. What, you think I'm gonna get up and perform? Absolutely not. No way. Going on call with the girl I'm seeing shortly, but felt it'd be rude not to jump in. Go. I'm not. No, you go. Go do that. No, absolutely not. So your favorite streamer is me. I somehow doubt that. I somehow doubt that. No. I don't know about all that. All right. Well, let's jump into it. So this one's from Aleatorio. This is Rita Lee and Tutti Frutti. Super Staffa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. This song is from 1976, and the show was recorded at Rede Tupi, a TV channel. Hopefully I'm getting all that right. Westlife were an Irish boy band in the 90s, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. They don't sound familiar, so I don't know if we've checked them out or not. Ew, rude. Dump the girl, embrace the aceness. No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, I did share the link. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Kind of has a rockabilly vibe to it. Is it just me, or are her cheekbones really distracting? The combination of piano and keyboard like that, I think is really cool. Is there a backing singer, or is there just an echo on her vocals? Because I don't see any of the singers, at least from what we've gotten so far. I really like the bass and the guitar here, especially that solo. Instrumentally, it almost gives me like this AC/DC vibe. Almost. I mean, they didn't play piano, but I mean, like, with the guitar and the drums and the bass, like that, those really do have an AC/DC like chord progression. She has really good stage presence. You know, she's like mobile. Everybody else is kind of on a platform of some sort. Like the guitarist and the bassist, they're on this like this platform. And obviously the drummer and piano aren't going anywhere. She definitely had great stage presence throughout that. I'm curious what Super Staffa translates to, so I'm gonna look that up real quick. Translate. No, not English to English. Come on now. That didn't help at all. Okay, what about this? Apparently it's just a word. It didn't translate to anything. So Aleatory, if you have any information, would definitely like to find out. But yeah, I feel like throughout this, you know, she's got very great vocals. You know, there was a bit of rasp in there, but you know, for the most part, very clean. And there was some sort of echo or just backing vocal, or maybe it was pre-recorded vocals or something like that to go with her singing. But we didn't see anybody else singing there. So as far as I know, it's any number of things it could really be, or somebody is singing off stage. You know, that's always a possibility as well. Yeah, the instrumentation, you know, the way the guitar, the bass, and the drums kind of went along with this, it really did have this like AC/DC feel, which, you know, this was about the time AC/DC was starting to take off, if I'm not mistaken, and you know, which it's a great sound for sure, and you know, it pairs really well with the piano and keyboard throughout this, and then yeah, the guitar solo that we got was really great. The bass was really prevalent throughout this as well. And you know, I feel like she definitely has great stage presence, the way she's moving and dancing and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I know that, you know, for TV you gotta, you know, put makeup and stuff on. I feel like maybe they overdid it a bit. Like her cheekbones really like were on display there, and it kind of, I don't know, it was slightly distracting, but I mean, maybe that was also the style back then. I don't know, but I think it was definitely a great performance. I liked it. Let's see here. Nah, she's class, but Ace is awesome and has an enamel pins collection. I mean, that is true. I do have enamel pins on a backpack, and I will be taking that backpack with me and play the guitar. I do play a little guitar here and there, kind of, sort of. Excuse me. I have not played in a while, but you know, I do have, I have the acoustic guitar and I have an electric guitar. And he's good at Pokemon. I mean, this is true, which we'll be playing Pokemon tomorrow. You know what, Sky? Keep your girl. I'll take it. You know what? That's valid. That's valid. You gotta come back to America though, Teto. Cheekbones on display. I mean, for sure. Yeah, they really were. Obviously, that was not the point of the song, but you know, it is what it is. Yo, I am starving. I did not have lunch yet. I'm definitely, as soon as we finish the list, I'm going straight for food, you know? I've got to eat something. Okay, so this next one is from Pyrola. Let's go ahead and share the link. There we go. I was about to ask what Kabuki was, but never mind. I figured it out. Bruh, actually, it's on my schedule. Listen, I don't have money to travel. Not really, okay? Tell you what, if you want to go to Mexico on Thursday, I'll meet you there. How about that? All right, so this one's from Pyrola. This is The Longest John's White Squall. Beautiful cover of a song by Stan Rogers. Another song about the dangers of the Great Lakes. Why are they so dangerous? That's my question. Oh, you don't like that tattoo? I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is The Longest John's White Squall by Stan Rogers. Oh, this is also very recent performance as well. It's from 13 days ago. Cool. Here we go.
Now it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. I wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. Well, the kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck he was always first to sing, show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They'll go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall.
Is that the banjo or the mandolin that's playing right there? Or both? It could be both, I guess. We've seen them play multiple stringed instruments together.
There comes a blow from nowhere and it goes off like a bomb, and a 15,000 tonner can be thrown upon a beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall.
There's something about the melody of the song compared to the words that kind of contradict each other a bit.
I roared to him, get down, but for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her heeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under then, so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. I wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. But
I like how the instrumentation dropped right there. That's a really nice portion. Throughout this, all the stringed instruments and the beat have been really constant.
has gone into a white swan.
And of course the shaker as well. You can't forget the shaker. Well, all right. Yeah, I mean the vocal work, they always have fantastic harmony. Why are we disconnecting? Come on. Why are we disconnecting? Stop that. This happened yesterday too. It's so weird. I don't know where I was at. Yeah, I don't know where I was because I got distracted by the disconnect reconnect thing. Instrumentally, you know, we got some great stringed instruments throughout this. It was very constant, and then yeah, that one little portion it kind of dipped, and then it jumped back up, and you know, it was just that one little section. I don't know, it fit really nicely. You know, I definitely like that. And yeah, the way the instrumentation sounds throughout this, it kind of has, you know, a more soothing melody throughout this, and they're talking about, you know, something that is a little more on the dark side. You know, it's like a story that's it's a little bit darker, so it kind of a little bit contradictory, but I think it works really well. I definitely like that. And wherever they're at, that location, like it just kind of gave off this gloomy vibe, you know, because it was all cloudy and everything. There was like not really that much color in the video, you know, but I think that kind of goes along with the story as well. But yeah, I think it's a great performance. I liked it. They're big, lots of water to mess you up. I mean, that makes sense. I get that. Sounds mainly banjo. I got the banjo for sure, but I don't know if I've heard a mandolin by itself, so that's why I was kind of wondering if there was a mandolin in there. But there was definitely a guitar in there too. You know, it sounded like maybe an electric acoustic or something. It kind of gave off the electric sound for a moment or two. At least I think. Reminds me of CSN. CSN. Do I know what CSN is? Also, Tom Z, welcome in as well. Thought my stream was being weird. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. I'm hoping when I move, I don't have any internet issues, which should be in April, by the way. So we just got to make it till then. But you know, it'd be great if that stopped. All right, let's go ahead and mark this green. There we go. It is 3 o'clock. I guess the music is a bit like the calm lake, while the lyrics are the sudden danger. You know, that's a good way to look at it. I definitely, I think, because there has to be some reason behind it. I feel like, you know. There we go. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Have we checked them out before? I can't remember. All right. So before we get to Sally's, we have another priority request. All right. I'm gonna copy. There we go. There we go. Get the link. All right, let's see. Ingrid Michelson. Hopefully I'm pronounced that right. Okay. All right, so let's share this link. And it looks like we're about to jump into an ad break. So we'll vibe for a little bit, you know, before we jump in. That way nobody misses anything. So we'll do some lo-fi. Let's see here. I haven't heard the original, so I don't know how different it is from that. I mean, they typically stay pretty close to the original, right? At least for the couple of covers that I remember, they stay pretty true to it. But I also feel like there's some covers maybe they kind of branch out and go in their own direction as well. So I mean, it's really hard to say, you know. It might be worth checking out the original just to compare to. That looks more like David Bowie, right? Possibly. They changed quite a lot, actually. Yeah, I was like, I was starting to think, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do branch out quite a bit, and at least like a couple of them that I can remember, they have, you know, because we checked out one song that they did, and then one song that somebody else did, and they were pretty different in terms of how the original was performed. I think the Longest Johns kind of went in a slightly different direction, and then the other group, which I forgot who it was, that might have been Colin McGuinness or Jonathan Young. I don't really remember, but I think they stayed a little more true to the original, but heavier, you know. They like speeding up normally chill folk songs, and sometimes they slow down songs that are normally faster. Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, I get that. Little known fact, because, you know, I've been streaming for almost 6 years now. There was a stream that I did where I actually had this done. Like, I had somebody come over and do face paint, like the lightning bolt here. I forgot what I was going to go watch, because I know I was going to go watch a movie of some sort, but I don't remember what it was for. So yeah, I actually got to do some face painting like that before. Oh yeah, we had a bunch of Roll Northumbria last time. One with the Longest Johns and one. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. See, I remember some stuff. Not all the time, but sometimes, you know. All right, so we got another minute, and then we'll jump into this next one that we're checking out. Name does not sound familiar, and we don't really have any other information about Ingrid, but you know what, that's totally fine. You know, I like checking out new artists that I have not heard before. It's always fun, I feel like. Ow, oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh, there's just something about headphones and then the little thingy on the hat that it presses down on and it hurts. I wish there was a better way, you know? Yeah, I saw that pic of you. I know it's shown up on the clips when I do the Be Right Back screen, which I don't really typically do on reaction streams, just on the gaming streams. Which, by the way, I will be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, and we'll be playing some more games and stuff. Should probably mention that. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. I didn't want anybody to get left out of the reaction. So yeah, this one is from Achankare. This is Ingrid Michaelson. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Blood Brothers. And because we were talking about makeup from, was it Lita Ford? No, not Lita Ford. Rita Lee. There was a Lee in there. Yeah. The makeup that Rita Lee had on stage. That's where this came from. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I do believe I shared the link. Let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. So I'm gonna guess throughout this video she's gonna get that makeup put on her.
If you knew me, would you save that seat for me?
Oh, it's a time lapse too. That's really cool.
If you knew me, would you finally let me free?
I feel like the lighting's kind of adding to that a little bit.
We're all blood, blood brothers.
Okay, so she had a Marilyn Monroe style going for there.
We're all blood, blood brothers. If you love me, would you hold
John Lennon?
to my
Maybe?
hand? If you love me, would you finally understand?
Lady Gaga. I would not have gotten that if she didn't have the hair thingy and the glasses. Is this Kiss or JoJo Siwa? Okay, Kiss, there we go. Richard Simmons. Or Gene Simmons, sorry. Richard Simmons is somebody else. Amy Winehouse, I think. I wonder how long this video took to put together. There's so many different characters that she's portraying in this. That one I'm not sure about. If y'all know, let me know. So I have no clue. Alright, so there's the David Bowie. Wait, does that mean that's all of that we're doing? Possibly. I mean, that is enough, you know. Oh, now they're going in reverse. That's cool. Video concept, I think that was really cool. Just all the different like ways that they dressed her up for, you know, all the different characters. There was only one that I wasn't really sure about, and I think I got all the other ones correct. Let me know if I didn't, because I'm kind of curious if I got them all right or not. Her vocal work's definitely great throughout this. You know, she's got relatively clean vocals, and she's got some range throughout this as well. You know, I know I was more focused on the different makeup aspects that we're getting on the video, but yeah, I think, you know, vocal work was definitely great throughout this. The instrumentation was great. You know, we had the guitar and the drums, and I think there was another stringed instrument in there. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I think everything throughout that was definitely great as well. And I believe there was also a shaker as well, I think. But yeah, I think the whole time-lapsed, you know, way they film this, I think that's really cool. I like that. But yeah, really cool. It's the only song I know from her. I like the message of this song. Yeah, I think it definitely does have a great message as well. You know, just I think just having all the different portrayals and stuff goes along with that. Thank you. It was a really interesting song. Yeah, for sure. Actually, it wouldn't happen to be, no, of course not. Why would they be right here? Let's see. That one. Yeah, even just I really like how Google does this, but they put the lyrics like right here and everything. I like how it's broken up. The way this is broken up. I'm relatively sure this is all the lyrics, but yeah, how like if you knew me, would you save a seat for me? If you knew me, would you finally let me free? We're all blood, you know. We're all the same. So yeah, I think, you know, it definitely is a great message throughout that as well. But yeah, really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a concept for a video like that before either. So I think that's like really nice. Excuse me. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's get two more pulled up. That name, I don't remember how to pronounce it. I don't know if it's Baby Rexa or BB Rexa, but it looks familiar. I don't know if that's an artist we checked out before or if she's like on the radio. I can't remember. We're not starting yet. I just said we're not starting yet. Okay. All right, let's see here. So this next one, I'm gonna go ahead and share the link for. There we go. All right, so this next one's from Sally. This is Enter the Haggis One Last Drink. Or I'm sorry, Haggis. Sorry, let me try that again. Enter the Haggis One Last Drink. They were a Canadian Celtic rock band, generally a lot of fun, but I particularly like this one. And correct me if I'm wrong, but haggis is like something inside sheep's stomach, right? Something like that. Not 100% sure. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go.
I've had a life that's full, everyone's been good to me. So fire up that fiddle, boy, and give me one last drink.
I was hoping they would have bagpipes. You said Canadian, but haggis is Scottish, so that makes sense. I like the energy.
When the sun comes up, I will leave without a fight. The world is mine tonight. You took young Molly by the hand, spun her round and back.
I feel like all the instruments, like you can hear them all equally. So I think that's really good. And the harmony is great as well.
Last drink. When the sun comes up, I will leave without a fight. The world is mine tonight. So raise a glass to the dear departed. Raise a glass to
It's almost like they have the bagpipes sounding like the violin, almost. Especially when both of them are playing together. Violin or fiddle? I'm not really sure the difference, I'm gonna be honest. That's awesome. Is that one of their kids, or did they invite the child up on stage from the audience?
When the sun comes up, I will leave without a trace. The world was mine today.
That's great. The drums just keep going. Yeah, the instruments just keep going after that. That's cool. Yeah, I really like the addition of the bagpipes and the fiddle slash violin. I'm not 100% sure. I'm leaning towards fiddle just because folk and everything, but it could be a violin. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the difference between the two. You know, just kind of how they sound, I guess. You know, I feel like fiddle is kind of typically played faster than a violin, and that's kind of the speed that I would imagine a fiddle being played at. Anyway, but yeah, like the instrumentation I really like. You know, it's very upbeat, very energetic. Obviously, the crowd loved Enter the Haggis. Like everybody was screaming Haggis. You know, it's really cool. The vocal work I think was great as well. Everybody had pretty clean vocals. The harmony was great, and then yeah, having that kid up on stage as well, I think that's really cool. And then the bass also, you could really hear very prominently throughout this as well, which I think is really cool. There was some like really great bass lines throughout this. And then yeah, the drums had great energy throughout as well. But yeah, I think it's a great performance. I liked it. It is a fiddle. Okay, I was right. I got it. I think it's basically the same instrument but played in a different style. You know what? Let's find out because I'm let's see. Violin versus fiddle. Because that's gonna drive me insane. They're like here, we'll just do this.
I'm finally going to answer the question that everybody is wondering. What is the difference between a violin and a fiddle? Okay, go get your violin. Like, go get it. Put it up on your shoulder.
I can't.
Play a fiddle tune.
See, it's much faster.
You got a fiddle. There's no difference. They're the same instrument. Just depends on how you play them.
Oh, that answered that. Yay! We got that answer. All right, so that's cool. We all learned something today, probably. I don't know. All right, but yeah, that was really cool. All righty, that is very blue and very icy. It looks like. Let's go ahead and share this. Here we go. All right. Click on that. Oh, why did it break it up like that? It's weird. There we go. Anyway, so this next one's from Jim. This is SAULT performing with Nick Hansen and Gabe Costa. The song "Turn It On." Likely their last song drop before their world tour. I want to add on this minute-long clip of Antoine performing the guitar solo from Prince's Purple Rain. The band will perform Purple Rain on this tour. Okay, so this is the link for that. I think I will allow it. I'm gonna go ahead and cue that up as well. Since it's only a minute, I don't think anybody's gonna complain because this song's 3.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes, I think, is fine to do that. All right, I shared the link, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this as well. So this we'll check out afterwards. Okay. There's that. All right, so let's go ahead and check this one out. This is SAULT with Nick Hansen and Gabe Costa. Are they in the band or are they just featured on this track? Because I know we have the two, and then we have the bassist and the drummer, and I never really know their names. So let me know because I'm kind of curious. So yeah, here we go. Getting that disco vibe. He doesn't look familiar, so I'm guessing featured vocalist or featured musician. That bass is really good throughout this. That's a really cool effect. It's like a little glitchy. Pause right there. Apparently right before we get to the solo. So yeah, I think that the energy throughout this song is great. You know, even just holding the disco, if you didn't know, like this was disco, that's, you know, pretty blatant, you know, a clue that it is, or at least I feel like it is. The blue, like it's very prominently blue, you know, with the it looked like, you know, ice or like a glacier or something like in the background. I should probably say that because we have two different ice now. So, you know, the cold ice, I should say. And, you know, it really has a great background look to it. And it really gives off this bluish glow, and it just fits right in with everything that they have. Even the instruments right here, they give off this bluish glow, and I can't tell if they're blue already or if they're white and the blue is like reflecting off of that. You know, it's still really cool, you know. All the vocal work that we're getting throughout this like is definitely great. I don't know which one Nick Hansen and which one Gabe Costa is, but I think everybody doing vocal, all four of them doing vocal work throughout this is really great. You know, like the high notes that we're hitting, the lower registry that we're hitting as well. And then, yeah, the bass was really prevalent throughout this. I think it's really well done. The horns are great as well throughout this on the keyboard. And then, you know, the drum beat that we're getting is really good. But yeah, I'm really liking the energy throughout this song. I feel like the more upbeat songs, they always have great energy. You know, we've checked out a couple that are a little more on the somber side, but you know, I feel like we've checked out more songs from them that are more upbeat than anything else. So yeah, I'm definitely liking it so far. Just featured. Okay, that's valid. This is fun. It really is fun. Yeah. It is very much more fun than I've seen them. They definitely look like they're having a blast throughout this. Like they really do. Even with the sunglasses and everything. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. Of course, you have to have all the streamers and the confetti falling like that. So I was wrong, not a solo. Solo there. There we go. I don't know what that instrument attachment that he's blowing into. I don't know what that's called. But it adds a really cool like sound to it. Well, they turned off the lights. You gotta turn the lights on. You gotta turn it on. Come on. They did the opposite. Okay, so yeah, it looked like the guitars are blue, and what they were wearing was different shades of blue as well. So it wasn't just the light bouncing off the streamers in the back. So yeah, I mean that makes sense because yeah, he uses that guitar. We've seen him use the guitar like a number of times, so that does make sense because obviously it's right there. And if I'm not mistaken, we did check out that one a while back. Yeah, I really like the energy they had throughout this. I don't know what that thing that he was blowing into is called, but I think it really creates this really cool sound. And like I've seen people walk around with a little mobile keyboard and they blow into it and they play, and it just has this like really unique sound to it. So I think that's really, really cool. And it just adds this like, I don't know, it adds something different that I feel like they haven't done before. So I think that's really cool. And then yeah, the guitar solo obviously fantastic, even though it was relatively short by comparison of what we've gotten to check out in the past. But I feel like it fit the vibe throughout this really nicely. But yeah, I really like that one. I say who's who on the title line. I mean, did it say? Let me see. Because it said it right here, but I mean, it didn't have it like on their heads or anything, did it? Or maybe it did. I don't know. I don't think it did. I'm not sure. Huh. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and check out this little short as well. Good evening. How have you been? How's the copyright situation going? It's not. It's not going anywhere, unfortunately. I did reach out to that one person you told me to check out or talk to, and the thing he mentioned to do is basically send in an appeal, and I had already done that, and I didn't send in a good enough one, unfortunately. So just have to write it out and just basically keep doing what I'm doing. So we're doing the thing. We're doing the live stream still. I'm doing the revisit series while we're waiting for that to fall off, and then we'll have some great stuff ready to go for when we get back to the new material April 15th. Is that what I said? Is that a Wednesday? Yeah, April 15th. So that'll be the new material day. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Antoine performing a guitar solo for Purple Rain. So that does tell me they're not only playing their material, but they're doing covers as well. POV, you're possessed by Prince's soul every time you play the Purple Rain solo. Seeing this kind of worldwide recognition really hits. As we're trying to keep the real music by real musicians alive. Should we add Purple Rain to the World Tour set list? I don't see why not. He's definitely doing it justice. Oh, that was it, right? I forgot. The solo goes on longer than that. Keytar, that's what it is. Yeah, the attachment that he added onto that keytar. But yeah, I think that is a absolutely solid performance of the Purple Rain guitar solo. It sounds like maybe they're doing covers as well. I don't know how many songs they have, so I guess it would make sense. Real quick, I gotta use the restroom, so I'm gonna do a quick potty break. So let's do this. We'll do that. So before we jump into the next one, so I will be right back, and then when I get back, we'll check out some more of the list. turn on. There we go. I got it. Okay. Have returned. Let's see. No, that's not a guitar. A guitar is a handheld keyboard that sounds like a guitar. Oh, right. Well, yeah. Right. That makes sense. Okay. So next up, we have Pop Stars, BB Rexa featuring David Guetta, who I know we've checked out David on the channel before. Song I'm Good and One in a Million. Okay, so yeah, this is, I was like, is it 2 songs? I'm not really sure. BB Rexa is another talented Albanian singer born in the US. Okay, cool. We do have that up. Let's copy the link. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is I'm Good, in parentheses, Blue, and One in a Million. So it's at the 2023 Billboard Music Awards. Hopefully they don't have an S fit with me watching this. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. Interesting effect. Billboard Music Awards. I've also never listened to BB Rexa, I don't think. I just recognize the name. Oh, it's this song. I have heard part of this song. That's a really great sound with the orchestra. It's building up this like epic feel. She definitely has great range as a vocalist. There's some power behind her vocals there. Wow. So I'm gonna pause right there because I'm guessing we're about to get into the next song because looks like we're fading over to David. So yeah, I mean it's I don't really know because it's not exactly a cover. It's kind of like I guess a rework of the Eiffel 65 song I'm Blue, and I don't remember what the rest of it is, like Dabba Dee Dabba Die or something like that, or If I Was Green I Would Die, or I Would Beat Off a Guy, something like that. I don't know. I've never really known what they were saying on that one. But I guess it's kind of like a rework of how that song goes. And I know for a while, like it was really popular to do this kind of style of reworking like older songs and kind of tweaking them into your own style. Like, is it Nicki Minaj who did the Anaconda song and like kind of just tweaked it into her own style? You know, I've never really cared for that too much, but I also don't exactly have an attachment to the Eiffel 65 song other than it being from the 90s and I grew up in the 90s and I remember listening to it and all that. But I don't think I ever listened to it all the way through and I never really cared that much about the song. I just thought it was a fun song for sure. So I don't really have a problem, at least for my part, of somebody like taking the melody and the at least part of how the style of the song goes and tweaking it into their own and kind of making it their own thing. Like we've checked out a bunch of covers out where artists will kind of go in their own direction with it and make it their own. So it's kind of in the same vein of that, I feel like. In terms of this performance, like I don't think if I remember right, because I've only heard part of it, the way I guess the studio version of her track goes, like it's much more upbeat and energetic and everything. Here we have an orchestra performing, and it just creates this like really epic feel, and just how she's bringing out her voice. Like she started off in her range, and then she just gradually built up and just exploded with the sound that she's like bringing out, and I think it's really great how she's going about this. I also love how because songs I'm Blue, all the lights are blue. There's different shades of blue throughout this as well, so it's very fitting. I really like that as well. But yeah, I think she's doing a great job with this. I don't know if that's the end of it and then we're gonna jump into another song, or if they're gonna do like part and then come back to. I have no idea. So I guess we'll find out. Glad I didn't miss my request. Watching from a different app today. Love Tigers here. Oh, welcome in. Hello. That's valid. I think it's called a tube amp. Okay, so the tube amp. Okay, so it like connects to the keyboard and it works like. Okay, that makes sense. I get that. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Excuse me. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go. And now we're more of a purple shade. Imagine if they went into Purple Rain for this. I am glad it's not the Guns N' Roses 1 in a Million. That would be not good. So it's kind of like a 180 in terms of the energy. Like we're way more upbeat here. I do like the smoke, how it's reflecting off all that light. That's really, really effective. And then you have all the lasers shooting off. I don't know, there's something about modern performances with these type of laser like shows. I think it's really cool. I think having the backing dancers as well, it's really effective. It just brings out that energy. I'm kind of confused because David hasn't performed at all. Like they're what am I wrong? Because it was just her singing throughout both those songs, right? There was no other vocal work because it says it's with two people. And I mean they showcased somebody else, but it was just her singing. Am I wrong? I feel like the title is a little misleading. Maybe. I don't know. It's really interesting. I do like the first half of the performance more than the second half. I think it's the orchestra that really made that. I don't know. But getting to the second half, it was definitely kind of a 180. We have going from like this epic build up with the instrumentation and the vocal work, and it's just I don't know. There's something about that with all the strings and everything, and then we go into this like really energetic, upbeat song, and like she still brings out that power and everything with her vocal work, but it's just I don't know. I'm kind of more on the side of the I'm blue or I'm good. I guess it's not I'm blue. It's I'm good on that. Um, but yeah, I think the performance was really cool, and yeah, all the lasers that we were getting on that second half, I thought was really cool as well. But yeah, I liked it. Oh no, I'm shaking. Kiaru, welcome in. How is it going? What kind of music can I submit? Pretty much any, yeah, any. It has to be anything under 6 minutes, unless you send in a priority request, and then it can be longer. But you can do a exclamation react for all the rules. And then you can just submit your request through that link right there as well. All right. But yeah, Popstars, great pick, I think. All right, so Love Tigress, speaking of, we are on to yours next. Hello, come on now. Resize. There we go. I'm gonna get a couple of these pulled up. Hey, Fujikaze, work with me here. I'll just go ahead and get this pulled up as well. Might as well. It's only 4. 5 if you do end up submitting one, then we'll have 5. But I gotta talk over that. No. No, we haven't checked out Fujikaze on live stream. I did a reaction to Fujikaze. That's why the name sounds familiar. I did a reaction. And unfortunately, this one is unviewable, Sergius. Well, I don't know if it's blocked or what, but that's a downer. All right, well, if you want to submit another one, go for it. You can edit your thing. Dang, that sucks. I hate when YouTube does that. All right, so let's go ahead and drop the link for this next one. No, it's completely. It just said the video is unavailable. So that's unfortunate. I don't know. They had this comeback last Friday. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so let's drop this. Let's copy this so I can read because I can't use small print. No, yeah, you're good. You're 4th in line, so you got some time to figure that out. Don't worry about it. All right, so this next one's from Love Tigress. This is Atiz Adrenaline. And the message that was left here, I may have gotten cut off. Nope, never mind. It didn't get cut off. I'm just not reading it properly. Lore/theory time. So basically, there are 3 Atiz. We have World A Atiz, World Z are called Halates. And now, according to theories, the Atiz we are seeing now are from the underworld created by Sopro, because it was angry that Atiz tried to destroy it using its last breath to awaken monsters, the underworld Atiz, to go to World A. So we're going to have multiple Atiz in this video, I'm guessing. I'm also just going to skip past this part. I don't think that's integral to the song itself. That's just their intro and logo and everything. So we're gonna skip that part. We've checked it out enough. Plus they keep copyrighting that one separately from the Atiz performance. I don't know why. It's weird. Sorry, mate, but I have to go to sleep. Bye all and have a good one. Teto, have a great night. You know, hopefully we'll check you out tomorrow in the gaming stream. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Atiz Adrenaline. Here we go. Interesting.
Love the bass, above the way. You know my taste. Above the way. I'm ready 도파민은 최고치. 한번 들면 강 straight no therapy. 제로 백박 차고 나와 get a Z. 우린 존재 자체로 인증
Very bass heavy.
안 떨어져 gauge. Full 충전 max. Hardcore 여기 방식. No limit no gimme go get it all day. Out of control. 다 미쳐가는 speakers going crazy. Out of control. You better blow, you better tighten up a 몸을 적신 따위 흐르게. Turn up the heat, forget the pixel beyond the
Jeez.
I can feel it, girl.
So they're super strong, I guess.
She don't go to my right out again. I can feel it, girl, running through my veins, buzzing on my neck, pumping adrenaline. I can feel it, girl, buzzing through my veins. She don't go to my right out again. I can feel it, girl, running through my veins, buzzing on my neck, pumping adrenaline.
Just put marks all over his arm. Jeez.
We pumping adrenaline.
So this one's more techno heavy, I feel like.
We pumping adrenaline.
Just go ahead and pause it. We'll discuss. So yeah, like instrumentally, we have this build up from the beat and the bass and everything going into this techno beat, and you know, vocal work, like they're really putting in some energy into their vocal power, like in here. And then I feel like we're at least with the visuals we're getting, like one just like was about to get hit by a car, but I guess I guess they have powers maybe, because like crashed into him and nothing happened to him at all. And then one of them was flying with a car, and I thought that was an interesting visual as well. And then like all these different cars are dropping from the sky and stuff, so that's like really crazy. But yeah, I think whatever this underground Atiz group is doing, like they're definitely rising up and about to do something. I feel like for sure. So this is gonna be interesting for sure. Did this link not work? Yeah, you can't submit links on here. You just got to go back into the form and resubmit it, or not resubmit it, but you can edit the link. So you can drop the new link in there and all the information that you need to. So yeah, just do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this. Here we go.
Why you tryna be alone? I know you want it. 조명 사이로 보이는 너의 눈빛. 감당할 수 없이 흔들리는 네 성이. I get you nervous. Get such a purpose.
Gasoline in my blood. I'm set to burn this track. 감각은 breaking out. The beat stirred up. 질주에 burn it further. 파고드는 감정.
The deeper vocals work really nicely with that beat.
High on the ride. Shine rise on the launching box.
I can feel it, girl, flashing through my veins. She don't go to my
And then the effects and the harmony that we're getting throughout this are really nice.
running through my veins, buzzing on my neck, pumping adrenaline. I can feel it, girl, flashing through my veins. She don't go to my right out again. I can feel it, girl, running through my veins.
It's just this great buildup with the vocals.
Let's go.
And they always have great choreography too.
We pumping adrenaline. We pumping adrenaline. 심장이 폭발해, ready to go. Big running off, no time for the flow. 촛불 tempo, this wake is my phone. I can sound it loud, it's over.
Great range there. Jeez. So I'm guessing this leads into, because I feel like the last couple of videos we've checked out, it's possibly leading into the next song, because this is a completely different sound compared to what we just heard. I don't want to say completely, because it still has that techno-esque feel that we just had, but it was like a completely different like song. I'm relatively sure. Yeah, I mean, like, throughout this, like, the visuals are great, and like just all the different, like, being underground and the elevators and being out in some kind of rocky area, you know, just kind of bouncing back and forth between all of that, and all the choreography is definitely great. I feel like it always is, but you know, it's visually appealing. And then with the vocal work, you know, we have all these great ranges throughout, and you have like at times, you know, you have really, I don't want to say soft necessarily, but like they're singing, but there's not like a lot of power behind it. And then as we're doing the build up with the beat and getting about to get into the techno portion, like the techno portion breakdown, I should say, like you really pack in this power behind their vocals, and you know, you have, you know, lower registry, higher registry, you know, holding notes, you know, it's great. They have great vocal control, and, you know, just everything that they're doing is awesome. I'm also curious, do they play their own instruments, or do they have somebody else do that? You know, because I know they're doing all the choreography and stuff, and they're on stage moving around and stuff, but who works the instrumentation? That would be my question. Oh, let's see. They had this come back last Friday. Yeah, this was February 5th. I don't know what it looks like that, because I guess because it's so recent. I didn't say like a month ago or something like that, but yeah, like this was last week, so that's really cool. So they're really coming in and doing stuff. All right, so this was number 10. There we go. All right. So next up we have one from TJ. This is I'm gonna say Mano. Mano. I'm gonna go with Mano. Negra. And the song is Junkie Beat. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna copy this. Let's see what, here we go. This was, they were created, or it was created in 1987 in France. Manu Chao is the lead singer. They sing in French, Arabic, Spanish, and more. They split in 1995. They had their own music style called, and I can't read past that, so give me 1 second. Let me share the link, and I'll copy that, and I'll make it a little bit bigger so I can read. So I would like to read. It'd be great. All right, let's see. They had their own music style called Pachka. I don't think that's correct, but I'm gonna do my best with that. It's mixed with, for example, ska, punk, rock, and African tunes, and more. Manu Chao afterwards did some solo stuff, and famous song he made is Me Gustas, or Me Gustas 2. Or I guess it's Gustas. Me Gustas 2. Mano Negra was really good. Great live. Did a legendary boat tour in South America in 1992, where they went on a big boat to countries in South America and played concerts. This performance we're checking out is in Tokyo. I'm gonna guess 1991. There we go. Yeah, that works. So yeah, get that back up. There we go. Pachanka. Okay. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Pachanka? Pachanka? I don't know if that's right or not. Could you quickly? Yeah, I could check real quick. I don't know if it did or not because I don't see a responder updated, so it probably didn't. Just gonna guess. Yeah, it did not. I don't think it did. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. Here we go. Okay.
It's time to move that bed. Go, get down. Go.
Great energy. The percussion is fantastic and so fast.
The junkie beat, vamos ya Sunday.
Kind of almost I guess they were doing a song before, and now this is the junkie beat. 'Cause it's like a completely different style.
Get down. Get down. Get down.
They have at least 3 vocalists.
Junkie beat. Get down to the junkie beat. And if it just get down to know that all the good people need on a junkie beat. Junkie beat. Ha, yeah. We do it, man. It's a junkie beat, Leave that beat no more. It's for the old and my soul, and my bread in the old, just keep on. That's it, that's all. Just you in my monkey on the junkie beat. You ready, your secrets of the junkie beat. Dig it to the junkie beat. When my radio speak, see no more. Secretly, shake a leg on the floor, let it spin. Dig it. Big brother likes money, and everybody likes music. Big brother likes money, and everybody likes music. White woman shaking on the cocaine beat. White woman shaking on the cocaine beat. That's the way my monkey on the junkie beat.
Gee, everything they're doing here is wild. They have so many different elements working together. And even incorporating like screaming into this.
Big brother likes money, and everybody likes music. Big brother likes money, and everybody likes music. Don't get hooked on a junkie beat. 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 You better do the right better. Do the right better. Do the right better. Do the right. That's the way my monkey on the junkie beat. Thanks a lot.
They have great stage presence, yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I mean, so many different working elements throughout this. You got percussion, you have the horn section, you have the guitar, you have the bass, the drums, the multiple vocalists, and just everything, and even the keyboard, just everything worked so well together, so high octane energy, and just great stage presence throughout that. Even some shouting into that as well, which is definitely great. And, just everything worked so nicely. I love everything they did here. It was just so fast. it was hard to like zone in on any like one specific thing. It's just so many working components. Yeah, definitely awesome. I could see them being like, you know, really big. So it is kind of unfortunate they ended things, but I guess for what they did, you know, it was great. I liked it. Sergius, thank you so much for gifting a sub. That's awesome. That's great. I seem to never get ads. Why is that? I have no idea. I feel like that happens in some streams like that I go to, and I don't always get ads, and then others I do constantly. So I have no idea. Maybe you're just kind of flying under the radar. Maybe. But yeah, that's cool. Thank you so much. Sorry, my voice is going crazy. Okay, yeah, it looks like it did save a different link this time. So that's good. Oh, no. Green that. There we go. All right, let's see if this saved. It did. Okay. So this one did work. So that's good. We got to do Fujikaze first. Okay. Let me see here. Hachiko was a famous Akita dog remembered for his dedication to his owner after waiting almost 10 years after his owner's death in 1925. Wow. Pretty hardcore. So yeah, this is Fujikaze Hachiko. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I've done one reaction for Fujikaze and it was partially blocked, so I'm sure this one is going to get the similar treatment, unfortunately. But it is what it is. They do play the instruments themselves. Okay, cool. That's really cool to. I guess live they just have the instrumental tracks kind of pre-recorded so they can perform and everything. So I mean that'd be my guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this one out. This is Fujikaze Hachiko. Visually a different style compared to Prima. Definitely a drastic style change.
Not so hard to make you happy. But everybody's screaming, shouting, we're so chill out here, just vibing, trying to spread this peacefulness with y'all.
Such a relaxed vocal style, you know? Especially with how energetic the instrumentation is. There is some power being put in too. That was really interesting. I don't know how to describe that, but that was really interesting. Pause right there. Yeah, I mean the instrumentation throughout this, you know, has some like great upbeat energy, and you know the vocal style that Fuji's bringing throughout this, it's just for the most part has a very relaxed feel, and then puts in a little bit of power behind his vocals as well, and like it's very relatively clean vocals as well, and then like all of the costumes that we're getting throughout this are very like unique, and all of the different styles that we're getting throughout this I feel like are very unique as well. Like you have the I don't even know how to describe it, but the white outfit, I guess, is just like at one point didn't have a I don't know, like the circle thing around, and it just kind of looks more angelic. And then you have, I'm guessing because Hachiko was a dog, I'm guessing he's dressed up like Hachiko throughout this with this outfit. That would be my guess. I'm not 100% sure. But it's very interesting with all the visuals that we're getting throughout this, and like the white outfit, it looks like pretty much always you have these like really interesting blue and white like lines like in whatever room that is, and I guess that's like meant to be some sort of effect, I guess maybe like traveling fast or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's really visually appealing. And then just I feel like everything Fujikaze is doing here is just I don't know. There's just something about it that is really nice. I'm really liking it so far. Let's see here. The costumes are wild. I like it. And his voice is indeed very cozy. He's dressing up as a god. Okay, so it's a goddess. Okay. Yeah, it was something angelic, so that makes sense. Yeah. It's the dog with the statue next to Shibuya Crossing. I guess that's what that is. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Okay, so he's kind of modeled after that statue of Hachiko. Okay, I understand. I think. I think. I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of it. Here we go. I like that bass line.
Went through everything to reach ya. There's so many ways to please ya.
So this is representing just waiting around, I guess, for Hachiko's owner.
Just getting started, just be kind and open-hearted. Feel the breeze, the leg up, it's a soul. Hey.
It's even like raining or snowing there too. It's hard to tell because it's in slow motion, but I'm guessing it's rain. And as I'm saying that, it's bad. It went normal speed, so. So is this like a representation of meeting him in the afterlife? It's great range too. And now they're going their separate ways. It's really interesting because like it's about a dog who was waiting for its owner for years, and you would expect it to be kind of a sad story of some sort, maybe like a a sad melody, but no, it's like quite the opposite. It kind of subverts your expectations. Also, UMG, yeah, UMG has a chokehold on the music industry, and Fujikaze is no exception, unfortunately. So this one's probably gonna get partially blocked as well, which I love it, just love it so much. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Like, it really subverts your expectations. You think it's gonna be like a sad song, but no, we get to see, you know, him reunite with its owner, and I think that's great. You know, like, you know, some of the visuals are a little confusing, admittedly, but I think for the most part you get the gist of it, and I think that's the important thing. But yeah, I think it's definitely great. I liked it. The instrumentation I liked, you know, it's, you know, upbeat and energetic and everything. And, you know, just like the bass line throughout this, I thought was great. And all of the different instruments we had throughout that as well, I thought were great. The drums and I'm not for sure, but I think keyboard was in there and doing different sound effects with that. But yeah, I think it's good. Very sweet. Yeah, it is very sweet. Yeah, for sure. All right, looks like we have one more, and then we're going to call it because I need to go eat because I haven't eaten for some reason. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to not eat lunch. I don't know. I got nothing on that. All right, so let's go ahead and share this link. There we go. All right, so this final one is from Sergius. This is Frightened Rabbit. We checked them out a number of times. This is Blood Under the Bridge. We had a little difficulty trying to get the link for this one, but we got it. Another song by the Scottish band Frightened Rabbit. This one helped me cope with a lot of difficult times. This song has something therapeutic about it, in my opinion. Looking forward to hearing what you think. Well, let's go for it. Here we go. And this is that same album that we got to see before. The album artwork, I should say.
Clean out your mouth, this is not what it's for.
You hear that really deep bass beat.
Pick up your sorrow, this is not who we are. I won't cry, uncle, having come so far. It's alright, it's just blood under the bridge, and I'm too tired to fight. The affliction will be fixed. It's alright, it's just blood under the bridge down the night. Watch the blood under.
There is something hopeful about the instrumentation.
So tie your ragged fuck-ups in a neat little knot and put it on the shelf behind the picture we bought. I found a way to make the best of a flaw and realize it's not the end, it's an uncomfortable pause. It's alright, it's just blood under the bridge. There is a fragment of light, but it's hiding.
Yeah, there's definitely something hopeful about this.
It's alright, it's just blood under the bridge. Put down the night and watch the blood under the bridge go by.
think we get a pan flute here. That's what it sounds like, anyway. So that definitely kind of reinforces that sound.
It's alright, it's just blood under the bridge, and I'm too tired to fight. And you're sick of feeling sick, and so am I, but it's alright, it's just blood under.
Yeah, even that chorus, you know, blood under the bridge. I don't want to fight about this anymore. I don't think it's worth fighting over. Let's just forgive and forget. Yeah, I feel like, you know, throughout this song, we get a gradual build up with the instrumentation. You know, we get, you know, like we get that like really bass heavy beat like starting off, and it kind of blended in really well with the rest of the instruments. But yeah, you have the rest of the drums and the guitar throughout this, and even just the bass. And then, you know, I feel like we add a little bit more as the song progresses, and then we add that pan flute. At least I think it's a pan flute. That's what it sounded like to me. We add that in as well, kind of almost like a solo, which I thought was really cool. It's very unique in that aspect. And then, you know, the way the vocals work throughout this, you know, he's got a kind of a cozy voice, you know, like also from, you know, the previous song that we checked out. So kind of going in that direction as well. You know, I guess in a way, just kind of that feeling you have when you just don't really have the energy to fight about whatever it is that is happening, and you know, you kind of just have that tone. It's hard to describe, but you know, you just have a certain level of energy, just not able to deal with that anymore. You just want to forget about it and just move on, basically. So it kind of gives off of that. And then, you know, we also have harmony throughout this as well, you know, and, you know, relatively clean vocals and getting some power in there as well. But yeah, I think it's a great song. I see what you were talking about, just, you know, being kind of therapeutic. But yeah, that covers all of our songs. We did good, y'all. We got them all. Huzzah! All right, well, let's remove that. There we go. Okay, I moved my mic. Hopefully I'm not doing chipmunk voice again, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that is a good stopping point for today. Thank you for the follows that we got. Thank you to Sergius for the gifted sub, and to Sally and to Chankare for the coffees as well. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. Going to be working on a game that it's a challenge I've been working on for well over a year at this point. Kind of put it on hold, but I'm back on it now, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. Probably won't be live next week because I'll be getting back from vacation and taking care of a bunch of stuff. But you know, we'll have reactions going up on Mondays and Fridays through April, and then April 15th we'll have new stuff popping in daily, which will be great. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Y'all have a great day, great week, and I will check y'all out later. Bye, guys.